Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is David, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the biggest tip on how to end social anxiety once and for all. Okay, so society's going to tell you a lot of different things, and I mean, they mean well. They have a lot of nice sugar-coated tips on how to end social anxiety, but this is going to be the thing that you want to internalize, the biggest thing that you want to internalize if you wish to overcome this affliction. So, a little bit about myself. Growing up, I experienced a lot of social anxiety. I really wanted to fit in with the quote-unquote popular kids, and so I would force myself to go talk to these people, and I didn't know how to react. I didn't have the technical social skills to deal with the situations, as well as whenever I would get triggered or like I would say something dumb, stupid, awkward, whenever I would get in those like situations, I didn't know how to deal with the emotions. And that leads us into our point, our biggest tip, the thing that is going to change your life completely if you struggle with social anxiety is emotional processing. So back then, every single time I got triggered, I would avoid all of the emotions that came up inside of my body. Instead of just feeling into it and allowing it to pass, as well as just processing it normally, I would try to push it down, suppress it, and just run away from it, and I wouldn't face those emotions. What happens over time when you do that is all of that gets suppressed and becomes physical as well as mental symptoms that show up. So that comes in the form of literally physical facial twitching, like not even being able to smile or laugh, as well as one thing that manifested was I couldn't even I could turn my neck, but then I would start twitching whenever I'm in like socially anxious situations. And in terms of mental, I had a lot of brain fog. My mind would go blank whenever I'm talking to quote unquote hot girls, and I would just not know what to say and not like the right social cues. And like sometimes I would get into social flow states where I'm able to say whatever's on the top of my, like just everything came out perfectly. But 90% of the time I wasn't like that, and I needed to build a lot of momentum in order to get into that state. Whereas normally I would just stutter a lot. My mind would go blank, and I would just get into more and more like awkward situations. And the reason why that happened is because I didn't learn about this idea of emotional processing, and another word for it is called letting go. And you're gonna hear this term a lot, letting go. This entire channel, I'm gonna make so many videos on this idea because this has completely transformed my life, and I want it to transform for yours as well. So basically, what does this mean, right? How do you put this into practical terms? Okay, so one thing you can do next time you go out, and so first of all, you have to force yourself to go out and keep talking to people, getting reference experiences, and keep improving yourself socially, right? So let's say you go approach a stranger, you talk to someone, or even just a friend that you know, or like someone who you would get anxious talking to. Okay, whenever you do that, feel what that is inside whenever you're talking to them. Okay, if you feel some kind of like pressure or some kind of like intense internal feeling inside of your chest or stomach area, that is the sensation that you want to slash like emotion that you want to like feel into and fully process. So what that looks like is whenever it comes up, just feel into it, accept it completely, and not trying to push it away. Okay, so this idea of letting go, you want to do as much research on it as you can. There's a lot of great YouTubers who talk about it, like Julian himself, Aaron Doughty, as well as Clark Kegley, if I am pronouncing his name correctly. But there are also meditations that you can do to further strengthen this idea of letting go, which is basically what you do is you get into a meditative state, and you start thinking about the things that triggered you. And when I say triggered, what I mean is the emotions, like whenever it pops up, like the awkward situation or the fear or the anxiety, whenever that pops up during a conversation or anything that triggers you, that is what I'm talking about. So after that event, right, you can go back to somewhere secluded and just think back to that event. And most of the times you'll be able to feel still feel the residual energy of that event. And what you want to do is literally get into a meditative state, think about that event, but once you have that event, like have the feelings conjured inside your body, you want to, you know, disassociate. You want to start feeling into your body instead of like keep constantly using your mind. Feel into your body and notice these sensations and feel into them and fully accept them, which means you know, just diving into them, like completely embracing these feelings, as well as yeah, just fully accepting it. And there's also a type of breathing that you can do, but the whole idea of this video is, just to keep things short, is emotional processing and letting go is going to be the biggest game changer when it comes to improving your social anxiety and even completely getting rid of it. And one thing you have to keep reinforcing to yourself is that it is possible, and that what you're experiencing now is not actually who you are. It is a societal construct that has been created because of countless numbers of experiences, negative experiences, awkward situation, all these things that turn you into this fearful being, afraid to even go out and talk to people, and you think that's who you are, but that's not true. It's who you think you are, who you became over time because of not, processing emotions and not knowing about letting go. Obviously there are different forms of social anxiety, but this is the one that I personally struggle with, and I believe a lot of people out there are struggling with as well. So please look into this concept, and I will be posting more videos on how to actually do it, as well as what that looks like in real life and practically applying it so that you get better day by day. Because I can tell you now that the way I am now compared to how I was before is night and day. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to posting more, and yeah, peace.